What's going on, good people? This CDL Shorty. We got a good one for y'all today. Talking about this steel, this rebar. So one of the drivers is gonna let me interview him. You know, I'm trying to bring awareness to flatbed steel because I used to do it. I did it, and my dumb self, let me tell y'all what I did. My dumb self was I put straps on it instead of chains. Now you can put straps, but you really want to put some chains on it, right? Put at least one chain on it, get her bite, so that way it won't move. Mine moved. So right here, this is called dunnage. That's what you put the steel on. So if you don't mind me asking, how many years you been doing this?
I've been pulling flatbed since 2013.
Okay.
And just like you said, the other guy, I had to been trained how to pull flatbed because they'll put two boards in the front.
Yes, sir.
And then they'll put one board.
Okay. Gonna make sure his phone is cut off. He got his Bluetooth in his ear. This is called your headache rack, everybody. That's your headache rack.
Yeah, they put two boards on the front and two boards on the back.
Okay.
And then they put the rebar and they put one in the middle. So what happens when you tie your load down?
Yes, sir.
Now you are applying pressure. So now the front of the rebar is kicked up so that it don't slide off.
Yes, sir. I was telling your friend, I used to carry this stuff for CMC out of San Antonio, Texas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I used to run a lot of Midwest.
Right.
And I did it on a step deck that had risers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your two-step thing. Yeah, you set them back there and then, yeah.
Yes, sir. But what I did was I put all straps down, and I put like 4 straps, right? No chains, no nothing. And then what I did was, we're gonna wait for them to pass by. Then what I did was I was running up I-35 and a car had cut me off. Man, I slammed on my brakes. All straps busted. The rebar was inches from my headache rack. Scared the hell out of me. Scared the hell out of me.
And the thing with straps are, what you should have did was when you put all your rebar was flat, right?
Yes, sir.
What you should have did was loop your straps up and down.
Oh, I didn't do that, see?
And then when you do the first one, you do over, under, over, under, over, under. Now your next strap should be no less than 5 feet from that one.
Yes, sir.
And then you do opposite, under, over, under, over.
Yes, sir.
And when you tie, and then your the next 4 you put up, you just go across. And then on the end, you do the same thing. Over, under, over, under. So now what you've done, you put tension on each bar and you are putting them against each other because when a scrap goes over and one goes under, now you choking that rebar.
Yes, sir.
So now you choke every bar. So now there's no way for it to slide unless you stop hard enough to where it pops the scrap.
And that's exactly what it did. All I did was when I hit my brakes, I looked in my mirror, all I saw was straps just flying.
Oh, yeah.
Scared the hell out of me, man.
Oh, yeah. But we saw a safety video where a truck driver turned over.
Oh.
And truck laying over, trailer laying over. If you've got the straps right,
yes, sir,
that rebar will not come off of that trailer.
yes, sir.
And when they lift the trailer back up, the rebar will stay on that trailer.
Nice.
When you've got it strapped down right.
Yes, sir.
And that's
nice.
why you have to have that process. The front up, the back, and then you got to run the flags for the hangover.
Yes, sir. The hangover.
Yeah.
Yep. Let me ask you this. So, would you put at least one chain on the front of it? Another truck driver taught me that. He said I need to put one chain on the front of it to get it a bite.
The chain will bite it, yes. But you don't have to put a chain on it.
Okay.
Because our safety guy which is a man that goes to school and he's trained to tell us how to be safe.
Yes, sir.
The process that we have, we do not have to put not one chain on this load. And
Nice.
it's 48,000 pounds.
Nice. Okay.
And the proper way you've gotten it strapped, that he went to safety class for that. And what these straps, the amount of pressure that they hold,
Yes, sir.
once you tighten it down, it bites and it should not move.
Okay. Yes,
And
sir.
we do not have to put any chains on our load.
Now, let me ask you this. Do y'all also carry not just rebar, but do y'all carry the big steel plates too? Like the steel beams and stuff? I carry that in San Antonio.
That's our other branch,
Okay.
which is Owen Steel.
Okay, cool.
We're CMC.
Okay.
You got Owen Steel,
Yes, sir.
and then you got SNI.
Okay.
So we mainly rebar. Owen Steel is the I-beam.
Okay.
But we are the same company.
Yes, sir.
They 3 different branches.
Yes, sir.
But if they need us to haul a load, like this place, if they was making the I-beams and they need us to haul a load, yes, we'll hook up to it, strap it down, and we'll take it to the place.
Okay. Now, one last question I got for you, then I'm gonna let you go. What kind of advice would you give to a new driver that is getting out on the road and plan on doing this right here? What advice would you give, or what advice would you give to the industry in general that is doing this?
I've been driving truck ever since I got out of high school in 1981.
But before I was born,
Okay.
I was born in '91.
Okay.
I've been driving since 2015.
Okay. So I've been a owner-operator
Yes, sir.
since 2007.
Nice.
So I was a company driver from 81 till 2006.
Yes, sir.
And I love it. I love driving. I love the freedom that it has. The first 2 years, a driver is gonna have to do whatever that company needs him to do.
Required.
You know this. It's no different than any other job. The first year, you're gonna have to do whatever the boss says to do until you learn everything about the company.
Yes, sir.
Once you learn the company, learn how it operates, truck driving is just like any other job. You do it, you go by day by day.
Yes, sir.
So if you want to be a truck driver and do flatbed, in the wintertime, we hardly do any tires.
Yes, sir.
We work for we haul this company, they make this rebar. So we always know where our loads are going.
Yes, sir.
We always know where we're picking them up from.
Yes, sir.
Now, to be a flatbed driver for TMC or JB Hunt, you don't know what you're gonna do from one day
To the next. Yes, sir.
That's the advantage that I have with this company. I always go to Columbia, pick up my load, go deliver, and I go back to Columbia. So I'm really a dedicated driver.
Yes, sir.
So to get to be a dedicated driver, you've got to go with a company that actually makes the product.
Okay. Yes, sir.
In flatbed, you want to be dedicated.
Yes, sir.
Because you don't want to be one day holding a load that's 2 foot high, and then the next day you're holding a load that's 12 foot high.
That's right. That's right. You don't know nothing.
You don't, it's hard to learn all that
Yes, sir. In a short amount of
in
time.
a short amount of time.
Yes, sir. Now, I know I said I got one more, but I got 2 more, then I'm going to let you go. My next one is, what would you say and what kind of advice would you give to people that are getting into the trucking industry and not letting their work ethic mature to the fact of knowing everything they need to know and just jumping into owner-operator or lease purchase? You know, a lot of companies are doing lease purchase.
Yes.
So what would you say about that? What's your advice to that?
For one thing, getting into trucking is just like any other job. You need to learn about the business.
Yes, sir.
Just like buying a car. You can buy a Mercedes or you can buy a Toyota. They both operate different.
Yes, sir.
They both cost different.
Right.
So therefore, being an owner-operator, and I've been a company driver for about 13 years, when I decided I wanted to be an owner-operator. I prayed a lot.
Yes, sir. Praying man.
Woo, I prayed a lot. And God gave me my first truck at a price that I could afford. And I paid cash money for it. My second truck, well, my third truck I had to finance. But my first truck, I was dedicated, I was local, I was home every night. So therefore,
yes, sir.
I didn't have to deal with the world.
Yes, sir.
Now this driver, he's been all over the world. But I've always been North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia. So I've never been to California. I've never been to New York.
Okay.
I've never been to Virginia.
Yes, sir.
So I've been a local driver all my life.
Yes, sir.
But as he would tell you, there's a whole nother world out there when you go to Wyoming,
Yes, sir.
Nebraska, Canada.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother world.
Yeah, I did OTR my first year in 2 months.
Okay.
I've been everywhere except for North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana, and Alaska.
Okay. So you know, running North Carolina, South Carolina, and dedicated, I'm home every night.
Yes, sir.
But you know, when you were driving a truck, you probably didn't see home for about what, 2 weeks?
No, I stayed out. I stayed out 3-4 months at a time. But I was out there having fun, and I went through a real bad divorce in 2015. So Charlotte is my home, but I was trying to stay the hell away from here. So that's why I didn't go home. That's why I didn't come back.
So you had a reason why.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I just see a lot of truckers on YouTube that are young in the game,
Yes.
and that, you know, I don't want to say they're kind of getting screwed with the lease purchase, but they don't know a lot,
At all.
and they jump in, you know.
A
So
lease purchase is just like insurance policy.
yes, sir.
You don't read all the fine print,
Yes, sir.
you don't know what's covered. Lease purchase is the same way. You need to read those contracts. You need to read the warranty that you're paying for and see what it covers.
Yeah. And then one of the things I didn't like about it was they take that truck note out every week. Now, if you want to do lease purchase, for me, this is just my opinion, but if you want to do lease purchase, go to a bank or a truck finance company where they take that payment out monthly.
Yes, exactly. Don't do, because now you've got enough work trying to make the delivery.
Yes, sir.
And now every week worrying about the payment every week.
Every week.
That's
Every
a lot.
week. Then if you get sick,
Oh my God.
guess what? You get sick. This is what they do. They got a maintenance account for you, right? If you get sick, the company say, don't worry about it. Go home, get some rest. We'll take it out your maintenance account.
Yes.
Now you in the whole double time
Yes.
because they want you to keep that maintenance account up to par.
Yes.
So I just, you know, you're a veteran. You've been out here a while. I just wanted to get a veteran's opinion. You know, I can say something, but a lot of people say, oh, he hating. No, I just want you to do it right.
Exactly. I was blessed. I prayed about it, and definitely, what I did was, I bought my first truck from a company that I was a company driver.
Yes, sir.
And they were getting rid of all of their company trucks. So I was fortunate to buy that truck from them, and I knew that truck.
Nice.
So I was blessed.
Nice.
So new ain't always best.
No, it ain't.
It's the truck that you know that is best.
As long as you take care of it and everything, yeah. So what's your name?
Ronnie Young.
Ronnie Young, Avante Jackson. Nice to meet you, brother.
Be blessed.
Nice to meet you. Be blessed too. Thank you.
Tell everybody, whenever they get stressed, slow down and pray.
Yes, sir.
Find yourself, and now you're able to drive some more.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This still, what'd you say? Don't get stressed.
Don't get stressed.
It's hard, and it can be unsafe, but don't get stressed.
Don't get stressed.
All right. Well, thank you for your time, brother.
Appreciate you.
Thank y'all for trucking with me.